Good morning. Our first issue is RBI's Monetary Policy Committee meeting and its outcomes. Earlier, all the policy rates like repo rate, reverse repo rate, reserve ratios like CRR, SLR used to be determined by the RBI itself. Now, based on the Urjit Patel's committee's recommendation, RBI Act 1934 was amended and MPC Monetary Policy Committee was constituted. This committee has membership from both RBI and Government of India. RBI Governor acts as the chairman of this particular committee. And this committee, as we discussed, it decides the policy rates. Recently, it meets once in 2 months. Recently, when it met, it has taken accommodative monetary policy stance. That means RBI's major goal is price stability. Monetary policy's major goal is also price stability and balancing it with the growth. Accommodative policy means based on the prevailing conditions of growth and inflation, deciding the policy rates is called as accommodative monetary policy. It can be easy monetary policy where interest rates are reduced. It can be tough monetary policy where interest rates can be increased. Accommodative means based on the present context, if the rates are decided, that is called as accommodative. RBI and this MPC didn't change the rates as compared to last 2 months, and it also revised the GDP growth forecast. Earlier, when it released the GDP forecast, we were optimistic, but then because of the second wave, economy got impacted again. That's why it has revised the GDP forecast. Second issue is Delta variant post-vaccination infection. WHO, World Health Organization, has named B.1.617 variant as Delta variant. SARS-CoV-2 has many variants. B.1.617 is called as Delta variant. And subvariant in that, B.1.617.1 is called as Kappa. Recently, Indian SARS-CoV-2 Genomic Consortium, it is a group of various research labs. It has said that most of the available vaccines, they are less effective on the new variant. That's why in Delhi and many other areas where even after the vaccination, that is even the post-vaccination, we have seen the infection because these are less efficient. Now, what is the way forward? To do more research, to do more genomic research on how to make these vaccines more effective. Next issue is indemnity clause. Pfizer has asked for indemnity clause. Recently, Serum Institute of India has also asked for indemnity clause. What is this? It is the request of exemption for responsibility in case of any adverse events. That means once we administer the vaccines manufactured by these companies, in case of any adverse events, they should not be held responsible. That's called indemnity clause. As of now, we have not granted indemnity to any of the companies. But then when Pfizer started asking for it, Serum Institute of India is also starting asking for it. That means both foreign and domestic manufacturers are requesting for this indemnity clause. Next issue is 7-point directive. Recently, AP High Court has said that under police reforms, both AP and TS, they should constitute State Security Commission and Police Complaints Authority. What are these two? There is an important case which we call as Prakash Singh case 2006. In that particular case, Supreme Court has said that we are giving 7 points. All the states have to follow it because police is the state subject. That means 7-point directive Prakash Singh case, these are related to police reforms. They suggested 7 reforms, out of which these two are important. First one is State Security Commission. That means earlier state SPs etc. they used to take the decisions with regard to transfers of the officers under them. But now this commission based on Prakash Singh case need to be constituted. This has government members in it and they will decide objectively based on the merit. Second one is Police Complaints Authority. In case of any complaints with regard to higher officials and lower officials in the police department, states are mandated to place these authorities, state police complaints authorities. These two needs to be implemented, but many states are not implementing. That's why high courts are requesting the state governments to constitute these two authorities. Next issue is conservation of biodiversity. Today, that is June 5th, is World Environment Day, and the recent pandemic has highlighted the uses of ecosystem and how much destruction we are causing to it. Forest resources are useful, ecosystem services are many, but we are moving with the selfish motive. We are just seeing the development without considering the environmental aspects. In that context, our government has constituted National Mission on Biodiversity and Human Well-being. This is the first time we started linking the human well-being with the biodiversity. It was constituted in 2018. Under that, whatever programs, measures are there, they need to be implemented. There should be an accountability. Funding should be done properly. Data should be maintained. Research need to be conducted. And then there are other international conventions like United Nations Convention on Biodiversity, UNDP's Sustainable Development Goals. These needs to be implemented. Finally, every country, not just India, every country should follow one health approach. That means our environment, animals surrounding us, and we are not separate. We all are together. That's why one health approach should be followed. That's a WHO's approach, very important. Next issue is global warming. This article was also written in the context of World Environment Day. India is already taking some of the measures to control climate change and global warming, including National Solar Mission to enhance the solar energy. We have increased the renewable energy targets from 175 gigawatts to 400 gigawatts. That's one important development. Other than that, CDRI, Coalition for Disaster Resilience Initiative. This is to address the disasters that are caused due to climate change and other aspects. That's a global forum. Apart from that, we have International Solar Alliance and other groupings. Now, Paris goals, which were formulated in 2015, they seek us to take measures, immediate measures, so that the temperature increase by 2000 would be at most 2 degrees above the pre-industrial times or 1.5 degrees at best. For that particular thing, we have to follow four major things. One, we should go for net zero emissions by 2050. We should adapt to the climate change and related impacts. We should go for climate funding. Developed countries, they have the historical responsibility. They should contribute to the climate financing, and global consensus is needed to implement any of these measures. That's how we can address the global warming. Next issue is mucormycosis. It's a fungal infection. Gujarat and many other states are seeing these cases, especially COVID patients, severely ill patients. They are more vulnerable to this particular fungal disease. In that context, better treatment methods, early diagnosis, availability of medicine to all, awareness on how to prevent the particular fungal infection, these are the important things. Next issue, DAC, Defense Acquisition Council, headed by Minister of Defense, recently approved construction of six submarines, conventional submarines, which functions with AIP. AIP means air independent propulsion. That means they use a different fuel which doesn't require them to move up to the surface frequently. That is called as air independent propulsion. Under P75I, that means Project 75 India, under this project, we have the goal of constructing six submarines that has been approved recently. Under strategic partnership model, that means under PPP models, these submarines are going to be built. Private, public sector, both combinedly, they will develop these six submarines. Next issue is 5G and PIL, public interest litigation. Recently, Bollywood actress Juhi Chawla, she has filed a PIL saying that 5G, that is fifth generation mobile communication radiation, is harmful to animals and humans. That's why introduction of 5G technology needs to be obstructed. Then the court has struck down this particular appeal and said that it is not public interest litigation, it is publicity interest litigation. There is no substantial reason and cause for this particular PIL. They are just using it for the publicity stunt, and court has imposed fine also. Next, INS Sandhyak. INS Sandhyak is Indigenous Hydrographic Survey Ship, which has been constituted 50 years earlier. Now it has been decommissioned. INS Sandhyak, Hydrographic Survey, used by Indian Navy. Next issue, G securities or government securities. Government securities are issued by the government through RBI. Recently, RBI has announced for government securities acquisition program. Acquisition means buying. When the RBI sells the G securities, it reduces the liquidity in the market because we get the bond, we pay the money to RBI. That's why less liquidity. When it buys the government securities from the market, we get more liquidity because we get the money and we give the bond. That's this is done to for stable yields. RBI has taken up this policy for promoting stable yield. Next issue, printing money. Many people are suggesting RBI to print money to increase the liquidity in the country, but RBI said this case monetized deficit, if we go for this, it is going to increase the inflation, it is going to increase the forex instability, so we consider many things before printing the money. That's why we are not going to for this as of now. Anyway, for the requirement of the government, we are borrowing. For center and states, we are borrowing, so there is no need of printing money because it has other side effects. Final issue is cryptocurrency. RBI said cryptocurrencies like bitcoins, Ethereum, etc., they are virtual currencies, decentralized currencies, but they are non transparent, they are volatile, they have the risk of compromising financial integrity. That means even if someone sends the black money, we can't detect it. And money laundering can be done effectively through this means. So in this case, we are not going to allow cryptocurrency. That's the stand of RBI. Thank you very much. All the very best.